into Autzen Stadium in Eugene. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oregon Ducks. Restate the state of Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Send the back in motion. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Cuts it upfield. It's Cox. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Turns on the Jets. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Taken down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Turns it upfield. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on 4th down. Listen, when it's 4th and short and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this 4th down.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Making the adjustment on the play. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Using his legs, it's Riley. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short, he needs a yard.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Push is ahead. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yard situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the 1st down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
There he goes. He'll be dropped.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Smith takes the handoff. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Keep it on the ground. See some running room. Maybe a crease. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind him.
He's loose on the left. The 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs to be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Handoff to the single back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pulls it. Quarterback keep. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Across the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Davison. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened.
Ready, go! Slams ahead. They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Turning it on. Past the 6. Past the 50. The 30. The 20, past the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Sees an alley. He's got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Sends it back in motion. The hand to the running back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Got an alley. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Motion from the back. A designed run for the quarterback. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Keeps it himself. Now the toss. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. More to throw for it on 4th down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. They give it to him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. searching for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Davison. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on 2nd and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it down.
Running to the left. Stopped right there.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Throwing more. Caught in the backfield. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, it's Watkins. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run him again. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And they'll stop him short of the 1st down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The kick is on its way. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the snap, it's Bear. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the Liberty Flames. And it's the Hokies trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Finding some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got enough for the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Watkins. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Got some green grass. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on fourth down, man, you're setting the other team up with good field position, almost in field goal position right off the jump. This is a big fourth down play.
This offense says it's four-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This offense says it's four-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got fourth down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the first.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the tone in this game. They've been the more physical team, so I like the play call.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give is to Smith. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Watkins. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. The give on fourth down. There he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And I tell you what, it makes it really hard defensively when you have to play 4 downs every time. Like, your goal is to get the 4th down so you can get off the field. When they go for it on 4th down and having so much success, now the play count's starting to roll up there. It's so hard to stop offenses that continue to go for it on 4th down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Watkins. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Turns into the pile. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
On the move. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's changing the play. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Guys, I can't believe this. They must not trust their defense at all. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to go for it here. You want to talk about a high-risk decision. Not going to make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Using his legs, it's Watkins. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Watkins. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking for a crease to the left. Turning it on. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. and the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
This running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Watkins. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Going to the run, it's Smith. Might have a chance. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game, and now up to 8 on the season. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone today, an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Making the adjustment. Direct snap. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get
first down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Look out! It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Smith takes the handoff. Breaks into the open. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
And early in the season, we're always talking about teams. Where can they stumble? Where can they fall? They start to get a winning streak going, but then this happens. The team you're not looking at. You're looking ahead to better teams, to bigger challenges, Palmer, and this one snuck up and got him.
Yeah, this loss is going to sting for sure, David, but they can't start pointing fingers. They got to go watch the film, and they've got to get better because we know they can bounce back. We saw Notre Dame lose to Northern Illinois earlier in the season, recently, and still reach the national championship game. So, yes, this is a bad loss for this team early, but there's still a lot of football to play.